My name is Fightmaster, and I am with FrConventions today. Yeah, I did a self-tape. So they sent me the script, and I was asked to audition for it, and it was during COVID. So I filmed myself reading the lines in my house, and I sent it in, and I had a feeling I got it. And then within like 12 hours, I got the phone call. And a lot of times I know I haven't gotten it, and I'm always right about that too. Yeah, I remember my first day on the set, I was having a long conversation with Ellen Pompeo, who's very, very lovely, and Caterina was off in the corner reading her lines, and I was like, uh-oh, I wonder what this is gonna be like. And then the minute the scene started, I was like, oh, it's gonna be awesome. She's great. So that was like a big core memory. No, I'm not. I don't really love TV. Yeah, I can't focus. Well, I'm always proud of it. I love queer people, and I love gender non-binary and gender fluid people and trans people. I think that attacking our understanding of traditional gender norms is a really important thing that we need to be doing in our society right now. I had no idea how important it was going to be. Because I didn't realize how big the scope was. Like, I didn't realize how many fans Grace had. And once it started affecting people in the way that it did, I was really like, oh, this is going to be a massive responsibility. That it's a good responsibility to have. A lot of people won't experience that kind of joyous, high stakes responsibility in their lifetime, and I feel grateful for it. I remember seeing Ellen DeGeneres for the first time on TV, and I didn't even know that she was gay, and I didn't know at the time that I was gay, but I was like, she's important. This is important. And so I know that even when we're not using the language of being queer or being gay or, you know, LGBTQ+, we always can see each other. We find each other. It is. It's nice. For me, I've been able to play on stage and on screen characters that were having a big coming out moment, or were already the thing, and so we were just accepting them as human. And I think the big conversation about being non-binary is saying no, I'm not traditionally anything. I'm a human being, and that's how I'd like to be seen. So then getting to play a character that really was just a human being was actually really fulfilling, and I think hit the nail on the head when it came to the representation that we needed in that moment. You know, I think I wish that Kai had the chance, or will get the chance, to really build out their private life, because right now we still see them through the lens of a cis person or a cis audience. And so getting to put them in a community maybe where they're surrounded by more gay people than just, or queer people than just their partner, you know, more queer people than just Amelia, would be nice. Oh, we had a lot of fun shooting the whole season 18 together specifically. There were a couple moments I really think about often, which was when I asked her if she was married, and then I make a really grossed out face that I didn't even realize I had made. And then in that same episode, we're sitting alone in the office, and she asked me if I'm married, and we had this really flirtatious thing. And I remember even as an actor being like, oh, this is good. I knew what it was going to do for the audience, because when we were in the room, we were feeling all the electricity of it going really well. Well, I think we're lucky we really like each other. That's it. It's she's a great actor, and so she's played in a lot of relationships, and I'm like a perennial TV boyfriend. And so I've also been in a lot of relationships, and I've been lucky to be really charmed by all the people I've played across. But with Caterina, there was just an extra level of ease. You just go with the flow. You know, we're in real time, we're getting to meet each other, getting to know each other. So like when you see us in that first episode, we hadn't talked yet. You know, our first time talking on a screen is our first time talking. And you know, the first time kissing on the screen is the first time we've kissed. So everything is, in this like meta sense, happening in real time. You know, and you guys are witnessing it in a really like interesting way. So the art feels very alive. It is more natural. It's like you're not it's like if we'd had a million private rehearsals where we were kissing, it might not have felt as authentic, but we had all the real nerves of people who were about to like really make a move. Yes, yeah, she's a really special person. A lot of our values align too. So I bring her with me to a lot of stuff, and she brings me along to a lot of stuff. And the last thing that we did together that I was super stoked about was I bring her to WNBA events, the Women's Basketball League in America, and we got to meet Brittany and Sherelle Griner, and that was awesome. And before that, we had volunteered at a high school with theater kids, and so we have a lot of fun together in a lot of really nice ways. You know, it's Grays, so I don't fucking know. No, it's with, I think they always try to keep the audience really guessing, and I think because that relationship is so the audience seems to really enjoy it. I think the stakes are even higher than to break it up and dangle it and see what's gonna happen, and so you guys know as much as I do. I always ache for the fans. I understand as a queer person that our stakes are different. You know, when cis-het people watch themselves on screen and they see relationships break up, the stakes are lower because they've had representation for so long, but queer people, it's just not as common, and so I can tell when the fans are really hurting, and I care about them. So when they're like tweeting, I'm like, I have to stay out of it because I feel too involved. It's a lot of gay-ass fans. This is a gay-ass group of kids. It's crazy. Like, everybody I meet, I'm like, oh, certainly you're part of it. No, you have to find a way to manage your energy, because what actually happens is that we want to give each fan our love and attention, but over the course of a day that gets hard, and so you don't want to like withdraw. You have to manage how much you give to each person, and that's never as satisfying. You want to give them everything, but you just physically can't. It's crazy because I've been tagged in so many TikToks with a lot of these people, and so now I'm like, I know their faces. We all have seen each other in the same videos, or like superimposed, we're like kissing each other, and now I'm in the same room with them, and we're like all having a fun, easy time, but it's just funny. Oh yeah, we talked about how representation has changed. Although it is interesting, we're still in a culture of firsts. So it's still like you can reference that it was the first wedding, you know, queer wedding, and actually how many have we seen since? And we can reference that I'm the first non-binary actor on a network show, and how many have we seen since? So, you know, not to get, you know, too into it, but I do think we have to have these conversations about not letting being the first distract us. It's about getting as many of us on these shows as possible. Oh, I was so pleased. I was so excited to come to Paris, and it's always fun to meet fans, and this is such a specific, like, it's such a specific energy that you kind of relish it in a weird way, where you're like, it doesn't happen that often for that many people that you get to experience this level of like commitment and yeah, like euphoria in a weird way. Well, it's really cool, and the French are cool, so it inherently makes me feel cooler. Ooh! I'm sorry, lunch? I was really hungry.